G'day everyone, how are you all? Hopefully you're all okay. I haven't kind of burning a candle at both ends lately, trying to do all these different things, but that's life, isn't it? But we're getting there. But hopefully someone will join up and see us. It's the way it goes these days. Who is around? I'm just sending me link out to different places and seeing what I can turn anything into in a matter of minutes. You just never know. But yeah, calves are coming in quite thick and fast at the moment. Except for today we got 2 heifers, and so that's technically a good thing. I do have some news on the contract side of stuff and the launching side of stuff. So we'll just hopefully a few people I can get to join up and whatever, and then we can just have a talk about those things as well. Yes. Well, looks like it's all it's quite funny at the moment. I'm trying to be a house builder, so I'm getting a bathroom sort of done. So I'm trying to be a house builder, calf rearer, farmer, crypto project operator, and developer. And yeah, just I don't know, certainly burning the candle quite a lot. But I've been messing around on a new website. I've got someone who can help me, but because I've got to try and have that up and away shortly. So hopefully I'll be able to present that soon. I'm talking about within the next day or so. So yeah, I'm just got to keep plodding through each job at a time. You know how it is. Except for some jobs, you just can't sort of bowl over and be done with it, especially when you're trying to convert a shed to a house. And then I spend half the day not being able to walk anyway, so it's just the way it is. Well, hopefully, whoever's able to join up, if you're able to leave any messages or anything, that would be wonderful. I'm just going to open up my TikTok. Hopefully it doesn't start off too loud. No, it's all good. Why is that? Yeah, because I don't know, tried to get a couple of things done on to present onto TikTok. I will share my screen, which is what I'm doing. I'll make it bigger. And I get these stupid little things on here, and like this one here is just photos. And it's like, how is that anything to do with financial decisions and stuff? The only reason that I can do tonight is cause I know you were invited. The only reason that the stresses can tie is cause I thought that you would like it. I'm only going for the secret outside. Because I want you to lie. That the only reason I can do tonight is because I really, baby. So I don't know what that is. And then I was doing some different sort of filming, and I was sticking it right in his face. There you go. He's an ugly boy. And he attacked the camera. Yeah, I want the camera. Because the thing is that they if you put something in their face, they just want to suck it. Like, and they sort of forget they're actually on the thing that's delivering the milk. Well, it kind of looks funny when they do that. I'm going to get you. Hey, buddy. Couple of new calves having their first feed. Those two new ones that I'm talking about, but nice little heifer. All they like a tail pat. They makes them think of their mums feeding them. Makes them feel more comfortable, more content. He's a bit over enthusiastic. He's a bit of a side chewer. Yeah, so that was a couple little things I was doing on presenting stuff like that. Hey Leon, how are you, mate? Yeah, well, ordinarily we were doing a little bit earlier in the day, but I've sort of been burning the candle at both ends, and I was kind of asleep. I've been
been kind of overdoing it with figuring out this relaunch and all this sort of stuff, which just about got all of the pieces into the right place now. So just about to do the airdrops and be able to get it all done. So that's as good as ready to go. So I've just got to just working with the boys at Grove to get the last little bit sorted out with the LP, and then so that will be started. Doing a website because I needed to redo that because the lost the services of Mighty's guys who was helping with the original calf website, and so because he's off doing whatever they're doing, and so basically I've had to try and become a bit of a website dev. Probably not as good as, but different. I don't know whether it's any good or not, but I do have a guy who's also trying to offer some sort of help. So we're getting there, doing our thing, I suppose. So hopefully that'll be available shortly. And so it's all good news on that front. Because at the moment, the way the markets are being is just driving us absolutely nuts, because I knew this situation would happen. That's why 12 months ago I was setting up wanting to utilize the whatever the Vulcan blockchain offered, but obviously we all know where that went. Oh, and that's the other thing I'm doing is a lot of organizing for lawyers and stuff like that. Yes, that's stuff that's happening. Whether it'll go anywhere, I don't know, but we'll certainly try and. Don't know. Just sort of. I was having a look at. I was watching a movie. I hardly ever watch movies because I just don't have the time to do it. But I was watching. Kind of funny because I was watching this movie the other day, and it was about West Virginia, somewhere out there. So I was thinking, well, you're from in that sort of area somewhere, Leon, and it was about the Marshall University or whatever, their football team. They had that plane crash in about 1970 or something like that. Kind of like that now when you know where people sort of live, and you can sort of link it with things that you see or hear or whatever like that. So hopefully everything will be. It was, yeah. Every time a timeline comes and goes, doesn't it? Because there's always something that gets in the way, but it should be very close to imminent. So it'd be interesting to see how it all plays out. Hopefully everyone looks after us and doesn't just punish us. But in this space, all you can do is to do what you got to do and to continue to move forwards, one foot in front of the other. You got to grow thick skin. You got to learn not to sleep. Just essentially deal with all the things that you have to deal with, and become a master at all different things. So yeah, that's all you can really do. If anyone has any questions or anything like that, please say so, speak up. I will endeavour to answer whatever there might be. And we will go from there. It's funny when you're doing projects how you run this cycles of ups and downs where you've got, you know, when you're putting yourself under a lot of pressure, doing things where you go through cycles where it's too much work or a lot of viewers, other times when it's not so much. But I know all you got to do is just keep digging. It's all you can do is to just keep plodding away. You see, that's where some grit and determination you see comes from. It's just the way it is. How's that working out? It's been frustrating. It's been really, really frustrating. I've managed to meet the meet what's required, but yeah, it's certainly left me in a prick of a position, but that's just the fun of doing it, especially when you're trying to do stuff at this time of the year when you got everything against you. I'm talking about financially, like markets and stuff like that. It's just, it's what everyone's doing, I know. But yeah, the whole reason behind what we're doing is just these bloody bulls are just ridiculously costly at the moment, and it's frustrating. And so of course when you've got lots of life pressures like that on your financial situations, which is only my own things, like, so you just deal with what you got, don't you? But yeah, I done what I could do, so that's being, so I should be able to have that. Was actually due for LP to be added today or right about now, but I think it should be any time, right? Yeah, so I wish I could give better answers than that, but that's just the way it is. But if people hang around, you'll see there's some other developments that there's going to be some good opportunities available for people where I've got some working partnerships with another guy, and you'll be able to see where there's some, because problem is calf's been beaten up a fair bit, as you know, but whatever happens, no matter what, it's not going to go anywhere. And I don't care what anyone says, it's going to survive and do its thing. It's just what you do. Sound all hairy fairy, don't I? At the moment, I was messing around with because I had to use my centralized exchange, and then so I had to send some of my fiat to CoinSpot, and then Pay ID. Just, I don't know, they changed the email address or whatever for Pay ID, and then my bank wouldn't accept it. So that was the end of that. So it was like, after a day of messing around with that bloody thing and talking to CoinSpot support, and then I did a direct deposit, and of course, because it's the first direct deposit, it takes longer. So that was like 2 days. And so it's just amazing how much extra time this goes on. So then I eventually get that through to CoinSpot. And then obviously I bought BNB and then sent that to MetaMask. So then I can send to GroveX. So I can exchange it for Grovecoin for LP. And so I exchanged it for Grovecoin, and then I logged into me GroveX, and for some reason it's given me an error where I changed some security setting or something, and so 48 hours I'm not allowed to withdraw it. And so it's like, yeah, great. Whereas it should be just a tick and flick thing. It should have been just fine. So I don't know what I did, but anyway. So at the moment I'm in that countdown. So I was like, yeah, one thing leads to another, and that's just the fun of dealing within the spaces, you know. So kind of, you can easily get frustrated if you let it get to you, but then, no, well, what's another 2 days? You know, that's what it comes down to. So I was like, oh, well, Yep. And with the Grove, you got to actually have your wallet whitelisted by the CEO before you can actually add an LP pool. And so it's not like Pancake Swap where it's just like it's all done on my end. You've actually got to liaise with them sort of a time and a place for when you want to do it. And that was actually organised for like 2 hours ago. But yes, because what's happened with Grove X is kind of just what it is. So just these little hiccups in the road that you can't do anything about, but you just got to keep your head up and keep moving forwards, I suppose. It's just the way it is. So yeah. That's the way it goes. I'm sure it'll all work out in the end. It just takes perseverance, levels of commitment. But yes, the contract's all done, etc. So it obviously the way my brain works, I know this sounds kind of stupid, but it's just the way it is. I try not to do like technical sort of contract stuff during nighttime, because that's just for whatever reason, it just seems to be when I make mistakes. And so I just don't want to do airdrops when, me brain's worn out. It sounds stupid, but when you learn how the cycle works, it's the new normal. Thanks, brain surgery. But when you learn that, well, then you'll be stupid not to work with that. So generally speaking, when I try and do something like that, I do it like my time, like sort of midday, something like that. Makes it where I can do it without mistakes, and that's kind of important because when you send tokens off, there's no just getting them back. So you just got to,
save your life.
Make sure you're doing the right thing and being in the right mindset when you do stuff is just what you got to do. So yeah, take that as good, bad, or indifferent. I don't know, but it's just what you learn when you find these new normals after major things have happened. And I had about a dozen different surgeries prior to brain surgery, and they're all things like on joints and things like that, to things that keep you going, like not things that are, well, obviously not in your brain, but those things you generally recover from and you do better in your life. But from brain surgery, you never get back to where you were, no matter how hard you might try. But having said that, it's not like I don't do stuff. As you can see, I've been building. Well, I know nothing's changed in here, but I've been building a bathroom, which is an extension on top of this. So I had to do the concrete slab and sort of build the shed, and I've been doing the wall frames now. And so we can hopefully have the bathroom done. But, like with any of the tasks, I can only do so much in a day. And that is nothing like what I used to have, but it's just the way it is these days, where you just you soon find out how good you are, I suppose. I don't know. And yeah, like, I haven't heard from Chalk at all. Like, she started a job and I can't even get Boo, so I'm not sure where she is. I know Mondays obviously don't work for her work, but so if you're out there, Chalk, and you listen, feel free to say good day, because I know you guys in the community like to see Chalk around, but yeah, we were going to do stuff on the weekends, but now that she's got more time constraints, I guess that I know it makes it a lot harder, but everything's switching and moving around a fair bit, isn't it? It's the way it is. But yeah, sort of the whole bloody Vulcan thing has just been annoying, isn't it? Like, it's frustrating trying to figure stuff out. Like, I've been gathering Australians together, and there's some bloody big people that have invested so much. Like, even in Australia, like, I just can't believe it, where, you know, there's people that have been hurt so much from all this shit, and it's just unbelievable. And so obviously, you know, like, I've got got another Discord set up where I've been getting Australians to meet up with me and that, and we're doing whatever it is that we can do. So, you know, don't think that things aren't being done, because it is being done on that as well. But I seem to lose so much time trying to contact relevant people who might be able to offer some assistance. But of course, you know, nothing's easy in this space. It's amazing how you can have all the evidence and stuff like that, but getting it taken up can be very, very difficult. But we are trying, because of course that's kind of a massive setback on what we've been doing. But of course, you know, like, you just got to roll with it, because unfortunately it is what it is. But I hope I know the new community, or the Grove community, is waiting in anticipation for something to happen. So that's all we can do, is just forge ahead and make these things happen.
Everyone.
So hopefully, in a roundabout way, I'm giving some sort of insight into that we all have our challenges. Nothing, as far as what I'm doing, is being slowed up as such, except for these stupid things that you try and do, and like with me centralized exchange and whatever, how they go and change how you can just get fiat in there, and it seems to be harder and harder to get fiat into centralized exchange. You can do things like with cards and that, but you're limited to how many dollars you can do, and so it just makes it a lot harder to get anywhere. But it is what it is. It's just, it's not much you can do about it. You just got to keep on trucking. Yeah, I read that. Thank you very much, Leon. There's when I get a chance, I'll send back a bit of a message, because there's a bit I can say about that. Yeah, I know. See, that's where people get so annoyed with what's going on in Discords, because, especially I'm talking about Brew, because they all want shit to happen. But guess what? Like, you got to be within the boundaries of Australia to make shit happen, and even then, it's bloody difficult. Like, I spend a lot of time on phone calls and emails with different firms to. I can't say what we're doing, but there's been a lot happen, but it's just taking a lot. It's just the way it is. Hey, old Nanny, how are you, mate? Great to see you. Thank you very much. It's just one of those things where you just got to keep persisting away, and hopefully one of these days it all falls into place. Did I win? I'm sorry, not at the moment, old Nanny. None of us are winners at the minute with stupid bloody what's going on with Vulcan and that, is it? You're done with high school, so you're all finished. That time of the year where you're all done. Well, there you go. Well done. Good stuff, mate. No, that's excellent. So you got you're getting your graduation certificate and all that sort of stuff. Like, you actually managed to pass doing that, and then you're on to bigger and better things. And absolutely, mate. It's well done. It's obviously good when little chapters of your life have met certain points. Hopefully it's a good thing. So yeah, no, well done, man. For now, no. Is that? Oh, geez, I'm not sure what that was in reference to, but yeah. We'll just go, well done. Good question. I don't know. I've sent her direct messages and I don't get a reply, so I don't know. She's got a job now, so, but I haven't heard. Get me words right in a minute. I haven't heard a beep, so I don't know what's happened. So hopefully I'll hear something in the not too distant future. But yeah. Aha. The results not finalized yet. Yeah, no, they're not that quick. We're things already done. Yeah, it takes time for them to give you the news one way or the other. That's the way it goes. Yes. And Leon, you're in that other Discord I've got for Bull as well. So, and you actually have access. No, you don't. Yes, you do. You actually have access to the other side of it too. Oh, at you. There you go. Just in case you didn't realise that you actually had access to that side of the chat, I just tagged you, so then you can actually see. And then I'll... Yeah, so it's hard to multitask, isn't it? It is for me. I was just writing a Discord message and you try and talk at the same time, and it's very easy. You go, you get one or the other doesn't kind of work out, and it's like, what are you doing? It's just funny how, you know, like in the younger days, like for argument's sake, you're driving a car down the road and it's almost like your car's got autopilot, where no matter what, you could be looking the other direction, but your car's still going straight. You're still doing what you're supposed to be doing. But now my autopilot features aren't there so much anymore. So you've got to actually watch what you're doing. And it's kind of funny like that, where it's the same with like multitasking, is that you've got to sort of concentrate on one thing or the other. It's very hard to do both. So it's kind of funny how yeah. And hopefully hopefully that helps. Of course, there's only limited stuff I can say out loud, Leon, as I'm sure you. That's why I'm clarifying in text, so you can see what's going on. But yeah, that Discord is a next stage sort of thing. But I do have some rooms set up in there for Australians and things like that. So that's sort of the meeting place for people, for whatever it is that I've got going on in the background. So hopefully that's good. Time will tell. I know it's all energy sapping stuff. Like, so many people wouldn't be bothered doing what we're doing, but certainly trying. But yeah, it's not easy. You wouldn't do it if it was. Just seems to be, yeah. It's just a challenge. All you can do is to pick up the pieces, keep moving forwards. So yes, but very, very soon we will have the new contract functioning and all being done. Because yes, I've got the contract in my possession and all that sort of stuff, and so yeah, it is getting close to imminent. So just keep an eye out on this space. I will obviously be notifying everyone via Discord and live streams and whatever when things are actually done. But it is certainly imminent. But of course, it takes me a few hours to do the airdrops and set up the LP and all that sort of stuff. So bear with me, because like I say, I picked the right time of the day to do it, where I'm mentally can do that sort of stuff without having any mistakes. So just got to, because you got to just do it methodically correct, because of course once you send tokens, they're gone. So you got to make sure you send them wisely. Don't make mistakes. And I never made a mistake last time, so the same's got to apply this time, where it's just got to be done methodically and correct. And yeah, you got to have a process of going through the snapshot and doing every single line and get them all done correctly. So that's basically, it's not that difficult as such, but you know, when you got to do 170, 180 transactions or whatever it is, it takes a fair bit of time. Going approve, enter the information, note that you've done that one, and then go on to the next line, and then copy, paste, do the transaction, and then make sure you noted that you've done that one, move on to the next one. And it's just got to do that systematically right through the whole lot. And yeah, just, it is what it is. It just takes a while to do it. But of course, you know, like obviously, you know, with a project, that's just what you got to do. But the last time I did it, it was all successful and no problem. So I envision that this time will be no different. But of course, you got to just, in my own case, you just got to pick the right time of the day when you know that you're able to do it with success. No easy way to put it than that. So yeah, that's the reality of it. So hopefully that helps with something. I don't know what, but hopefully it does. Yes. Geez, we got all busy for a minute. Now it's all gone quiet again. got to put up with me dribbling. Saying all me bits. And it was kind of funny. I posted me link on Brew's main chat, and they're saying, "Well, welcome back." And I'm saying, "Geez, haven't I been doing much lately?" I'll try. It's funny how things go in cycles, where you can almost do too much for a while, and then you're too busy concentrating on something else, and then and other bits lack, and you just can't be all things to all places, And so you just gotta, unfortunately, just do what you got to do. But yeah, I will. I need to find myself a co-host. Any volunteers out there? No, there's a lot happening in the background though with blockchain stuff, as I'm sure you guys will see in the near future, because I'm just about doing a test net with someone to with a new blockchain, and so I'm involved in helping with testnet stuff. So yeah, there's some interesting days coming, that's for sure. But I think in the next few days, you'll see there'll be happenings with CAF. In the next few weeks, there'll be happenings with blockchains and some more developments to do with CAF and what it's doing, and other things that I might be doing as well. So it'll be interesting. Obviously it'll be interesting to see people see the journey of whatever happens, because we'll just have to obviously wait and see what it is and whatever. And yeah, it'll be hopefully all happy days. Yeah. Well, everyone, thank you very much for joining. I'm gonna go back to doing some more things behind the scenes, and hopefully I'll get this token launched imminently. And then we'll see what happens with building a community onto Grove, and we'll see what happens. Who knows? I might be back a bit later on. I'm not too sure yet. I'll just figure out who's around and who's not, and we'll go from there. And yeah, everyone just chin up, keep fighting the good fight, doing our thing, and no matter what, we're going to get there anyway, so it's going to be all right. Take care, everyone, and love yous all. See you later.